I was recently asked a question that left me perplexed and amazed. This is a frequent question and it's asked more so when I come off stage. I'm spitting verses and stanzas and lines and riffs, haikus and sonnets and lines remix. I said, excuse me, miss, because I was taken aback. She said, I mean to cause you no alarm, you just got that knack. And in a Jamaican pose of attack with a slight arch in the back, she asked, how did you get your voice to sound like that? I went into the deepest recesses of my mind throughout my adolescent history. For some, this question has always been a mystery. But the voice is strong as Listerine, it's quite hard to miss. I began to wonder myself how my voice began to sound like this. I trace it back to the first time that I began to study Mrs. Bird's 6th grade geography class in social studies, when I first learned about the plight of our African people, how we were drug on slave ships when we were down and feeble. See, instead of the weight of my heart, my voice got heavy. With each new revelation of our struggle, my voice got heavy. So when I heard about COINTELPRO and the Tuskegee plot, my voice began to drop and went down a notch. When I heard about the slave codes and how they kept our families hostage, my voice began to deepen and went down 2 octaves. When I heard about Emmett Till and how our rights were dismissed, by this time my voice had sunken deep into the abyss. But instead of getting pissed, the universe began to channel my energy. Gave me a pen to write with and improved my memory. I was visited in a dream by an Egyptian poetry god. He said that you've been given the tools and insight to become the next demigod. I've given you a voice in which people are forced to pay attention. But here's one more bit of information before I make my ascension. You must use your powers for righteousness and for goodness sake. And when you reach that final level, you'll be able to make mountains shake. So now when I speak with conviction for all those ancestors whose voices were partitioned and buried in unmarked graves and left for knots. This voice represents an amalgamation of experiences in which the school books forgot. So now when I speak, my words will not be in vain. This is for Sheikh Anta Diop and Dr. George D.M. James, for Harriet Tubman, Prince Hall and Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Marvin Gaye and Bob Marley, as my voice revs like a Harley mimicking hard thunderclaps. I brought your Capitol Hill with the weight of my ancestors on my back. And before they can kick me out of the White House and their goons can attack the Senate, asked, how did you get your voice to sound like that? I take in a deep breath and I blow out forest fires during the summer. I pick my teeth with lightning bolts and I gargle with thunder. I swallow tornado bundle clouds as if it were candy. I sip hot water from Old Faithful as if it were brandy. I was baptized in the waters of tsunami wave crashes. I practice my do-re-mi's to the pitch of avalanches. I make mountains shake with the sounds I create. I practice Egyptian yoga to the sound of earthquakes. I am the background sound of salsa merengue. I lay on beat machines and rest my head on djembes. If I'm feeling kinda down and I need to take a toke, I just climb upon erupted volcanoes and inhale the lava smoke. I do voiceovers for movies you might recognize my sound. I play the rumble of the buildings as they're about to come down. I don't mean to boast or brag, but did I forget to mention I won an Academy Award for Best Lead as a Jet Engine. I speak my name in the mountains and carve steep river valleys. I constantly get kicked out of libraries because they say my voice carries. My voice wasn't created in the lab, it was created in a dungeon. I used to have singing contests in the Rockies against Paul Bunyan. And when the set was jumping and it was all said and done, he was like, "Be by both of them. Where'd you get that voice from?" Peace.